How's it going, guys? Anybody out there who has ever set up a small business or a business on the side or their own company will be aware of how all of a sudden overnight you have to wear basically like 1,000 different hats. Whenever I launched justgoodstuff.ie earlier in the year to sell all my merchandise, it was honestly so unbelievably liberating to discover Shopify and to realize that I was actually capable of running and developing my business further myself. With Shopify, it's not just websites like justgoodstuff.ie. They're also the platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world, from household names to other brands just getting started. Shopify has so many AI tools. They can even enhance your product photography. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. It's got world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. It can process returns. It's super, super simple. So basically, turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your €1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.ie. Go to shopify.ie. That's shopify.ie. It's time to see what you can accomplish with Shopify by your side.
Mark Megan's Weekly Roast. Proudly supported by Cialis for Men. Struggling with erectile dysfunction? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Cialis for Men 10mg film-coated tablets, which contains tadalafil, is now available without prescription. Just a quick, discreet chat with your pharmacist, in person or online, can help. Find it at pharmacies nationwide or visit www.cialisformen.ie for more details. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Always read the label.
Welcome back to the Weekly Roast. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your heads? Guys, Mark Megan's Weekly Roast is proudly brought to you by Cialis for Men, helping you get and keep an erection whenever you need it. I am so happy to be working with a brand that will help men, and not just with their willies, erections, but in realising that there is nothing to be embarrassed about, isn't there not, Michael?
Not in the slightest.
Nearly 3 in 10 males have experienced ED, but only 1 in 4, that's 1 in 4 for all you Luddites who don't speak Spanish, are comfortable discussing it. A Luddite is somebody like a technophobe, so it doesn't even make sense. Let's change that. Cialis for Men is now available without prescription from pharmacies nationwide. All it takes is a quick chat with your pharmacist and you're off to the races. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity, contains tadalafil. Always read the label. Michael, are you able for the stories and the fables about people getting drilled in kitchens and on tables? From the barn to the gables.
We're just setting a low bar.
Horses
today.
to the stables. Put a bit of harp under that and that'll get you $6,000 with Diageo. Nevertheless, welcome back to the Weekly Roast with me, Mark Megan, your host, and our beloved sidekick and producer, Mystery Mick. I have some news.
Oh?
March has been a record-breaking month for the podcast.
Let's go.
Commercially speaking.
Oh, okay.
No, that's good.
Oh, okay.
That's, yeah. Capitalist.
Okay.
Yeah. So, commercially speaking, it has been the biggest month ever for the podcast.
Fantastic.
However, I was called into an office recently.
Right.
With the sort of growth of the show and with the whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was told that there's never been as much commercial interest in the show to the extent that in March, apparently the ads are fully booked. So there's no space or anything for advertising on the show. All really good news. Yeah. Here comes the bad news. You're going to have to stop cursing.
Oh, no.
They said, Mark, apparently we're on a brilliant trajectory.
Okay.
Everything is flying, then everything's going up. But if I want to be one of the Billy Big Boys, I'm going to have to keep my act
Got to
up.
tone it down.
I've got to tone it down. I've just got to tidy up the language.
So, something you're famously not great at doing, toning it down.
I'm going to do my best, but the problem is I have to do my best to tone down the language whilst retaining the spirit and the overall conviviality that is sort of congruent with my energy on the show.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so welcome back to the weekly roast. It's the roast of one night stands, and before we get into the sordid smut and the tales from your tails and your butts and all the rest, a bit of news. Live show catch up before we go. Dublin is going to sell out soon. Please get yourself tickets. It's Friday, May the 1st. It is the last ever performance of the House of Loons, from selling out the Olympia to taking around the country. This is it. So Friday the 1st of May, homecoming show in Killiney. The fastest this venue has ever sold out apparently is 9 days.
Okay.
So I just have this in my head that if I don't beat the 9 days, I'm over.
It's done.
It's finished. So we're nearly there. If you're out there and you're considering getting tickets, please act now and do it within the 9-day bracket so my ego will feel sort of temporarily satiated. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Sated. Galway is also going to sell out. There are some tickets left. Please act now. If you're in the west of Ireland, if you're in Sligo, Clare, wherever, please make a move. It will sell out. As I said, there are no more secret shows. There are no more announcement coming. This is it. Kerry would probably need Jesse Buckley there, to be honest, to sell it out. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's not going to sell out. I'd love it to, but it's probably not. We're on about 65 or 70%. I'm happy with that. It's a great turnout.
Fantastic.
First ever growing pains. Do you know what I mean?
Really well.
You're fucking... You can't win them all. Killarney, you dirt. No, you just it's just going to be a roast of Kerry people and Paul Galvin. You know, it won't be. Isn't he the GA player? Yeah.
And the Duns designer.
Yeah, is he Duns designer?
I thought it was Duns he did.
Well, like the bags for life or what?
No, I think the menswear, obviously.
Really? I didn't know that.
Did he not have the Paul Galvin collection?
Oh yeah, because he wore skinny jeans once.
He wore a flat cap.
Give him 7 series of... No, we can't. No, he's very insanely well-dressed man.
Yes.
Like insanely well-dressed. One of the few, really, I would say, probably top 5 Irish best-dressed men.
Are you in that top 5?
Are you joking me?
I am the top 5.
I am the list. That's why people in Killarney are like, goodbye. Nevertheless, you're very welcome back to the weekly roast with the 2 little spherical boys you love the most. Well, one ex-spherical. That's Michael.
No.
Guys, it's great to be here. It is our favourite time of the week. This is the joy that myself and Michael need to keep going and trotting along these paths of despair that is life without alcohol. No, I'm joking. We're very happy. We're happier than we've ever been. We don't just sit in here to sort of in a cathartic way get all the hate. We're happy. We're happy. I got up at 4 a.m. this morning and I did 2's, got up at sea swim and threw myself into the drink at 3 a.m. How happy are you? Are you? That seems like a lot, man. I got 6 businesses. That type of recovery.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll have a drink.
I'm back in the pints. Nevertheless, you are very welcome to the weekly roast. And before we get going, I am going to read some of your tales out. Start off nice and easy.
Okay.
During college, a friend of mine was supposed to stay over after a night out in Coppers. She had left her bag and change of clothes in mind for the next day. She went missing that night and turned out she'd gone home with one of the lads in our year. Turns up to college the next morning, fully dressed in his GAA tracksuit bottoms and runners that didn't fit. She had to do an observation placement in a primary school that day, and I'll never forget her saying that the kids just kept asking her why she was wearing such funny big shoes. Surely not.
Jane.
Oh, Mrs. McCarthy, what wonderful big shoes you have. Do you know what I mean? There are definitely ways of changing. Surely there's like a gift shop in the university where you can get like a Drumcondra jumper or something.
Yeah.
Or Pat's. Where do they do teaching college?
Pat's, yeah.
In Drumcondra, isn't it?
Yeah. You're on the ball.
Okay.
As usual.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Jesus, let's go back to yours. Give me a pair of oversized shoes. I'll show up to the roast dressed like a sports teacher. Nevertheless, moving on. Had a one-night stand in Belfast. This gorgeous man called Stephen. How you doing? What about you? His phone died, so the next morning he asked to use my phone. He rang a landline number. Was pure panicked on the phone. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Please tell them I'm on my way. Not a Belfast accent. He left in a taxi, so I googled the number. It was the prison in Belfast.
Surely not.
It turns out some of the inmates get weekend release to, quote unquote, integrate back into society. And integrate he did.
Inseminate he did.
Do you know what I mean? That is outrageous. Fair play to him.
Holy shit. Is that a thing? Can you get out? Surely that defeats the principles or the...
Do you want to discuss the Irish judicial system?
I'm all right.
In Ireland, it's like you get caught littering. Cool, give him the electric chair. 53 prior convictions. Trouble background, let him off. Do you know what I mean? The Irish judicial system, north or south of the border, deserves a massive scrutiny. But that's not for today's show. I love, though, her Googling the landline.
Yeah. Well, like, to be fair, you would be interested because is that a ruse to just try to get out of the situation? Like, has he just rang a local Domino's or has he actually rang someone who he needs to speak to?
Yeah, like, is he just using that as to get out?
Yeah.
Is it a get out of jail free card by getting back into jail?
It was that bad a night.
Would you, if you were single, would you have any problems? What's the appropriate word? I need to think about language here. Riding a jailbird. A literal jailbird.
No, of course not.
Why not? With the incarceration?
I don't see people on such a skin deep. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
So you wouldn't? Oh, there's the cursing. You're gone. You're gone.
God.
Fired.
It's been fun.
Yeah, we'll bring no. Would you? So you wouldn't? You wouldn't get in with an in?
I wouldn't have big issues with it.
Oh, you wouldn't have big issues with it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Depends on the crime, I suppose.
Well, that would be. I'd be more concerned with what type of person they are than whether they've been in prison or not.
If it was a bit of like white collar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that's okay.
So she killed a guy grabbed him by his collar, asphyxiated, brilliant, in front of his kids. It's like that stupid shit on dates. If you're out on a first date, ask them questions like, what's their death row meal? Surely ask them, why are they on death row? Ask about the suffocated school kids. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
What were you thinking buying 5 beanbags at 2 a.m? Do you know what I mean? Surely the authorities should have been alerted. Ask me why I'm on death row. Not just whether I want fucking super goulash. Nevertheless, I love Belfast. I'd love to do a show in Belfast.
Great city.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time up there?
Yes, I actually have.
Really?
Yes.
Which part?
Oh, fuck off. The Falls.
What were you doing? Yep, no, definitely not. Introduction, we're not cursing. Nevertheless, okay, so I'm living with 2 female co-workers. One has recently moved over from Scotland. She's on a date with the Garda. The Garda, by the way, who I'm a huge fan of, and I've said that from day one.
Yes.
I am a huge fan of the guards and the keepers of the peace. One has recently moved over from Scotland, is on a second date with the guard. She tells everyone to get into their rooms and to clean her room quick. So they land. The walls are paper thin. Some bumping and grinding can be heard. Bumping and grinding? What is this? Like Neo 2003? What is this? Chingy's album? Holiday Inn featuring Snoop Dogg.
That is so neat.
What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn. Who you with me? I'm a friend. What you bring for your friends? What we gon' do? Nothing shorter than let from damn one thing leading to another. Let the party begin. Chingy now works in Subway outside Detroit. I'll have a 6-inch meatball marinara, hearty Italian please, Ching Lord, and a Fanta 00. Nevertheless, they get back. Bumping and grinding can be heard for all of 5 minutes. Chingy isn't a great name, really.
No,
is it? It's not the most masculine rapper, sort of. Nothing wrong with masculinity.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I'm trying to counter the manosphere stuff.
Okay.
This is me doing my bit.
Okay, fair play.
Bitch tits. Then someone runs down the stairs. There's the commercial language. Oh, fuck. I look out the window. Poor chap is running across the road to his car with his boxers barely covering one ass cheek. Weird description.
That's his fault.
The crack is on show. The crack is mighty. My housemate turns on the light in a room. There's blood everywhere. Apparently said that he had hurt his toe and legged it. The banjo string is still to be retrieved. Apparently that's a thing.
Yes.
The burst in the banjo string.
I was at a house party where it happened and it was one of the most violent things I've ever seen.
Apparently that's like the origin story of the Mumford & Sons.
Sorry.
They all were at a house party and they all burst their collective banjo strings and the pain was so bad that they just had to go "Ah!" and release the most nauseatingly lukewarm music for about 2 decades. George Ezra was in the bushes outside. That is the end of the world, music-wise.
Yes.
George Ezra.
The late 2010s just produced some of the single worst acts of all time.
Slice off the ears, Louis Van Gogh style. I'm done. if the options are earlessness or George Ezra, gone. Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you entirely.
I'm going sign language all day. Spent a weekend at home in my parents' house in my early 20s and had a free house for the night as my mum was due to be in Dublin, collecting my dad from a flight the next morning. Isn't that amazing? Imagine being married for 20 years and your wife's still collecting you from the airport from across the country.
That is lovely.
Darren wouldn't collect me from the bus stop if I was coming out of my fourth colonoscopy that week. She'd give me a saddleless bike and say do a lap of the Fino as well. I think the coffee's hit. Nevertheless, brought our older next door neighbour back to the house. We had a very loud and drunken time together. After the business was done, he walks out to the kitchen butt naked, only to meet my mum crying in the hall who had heard everything.
Oh my God.
The crying is just... Turns out my dad's flight had been cancelled and I was too drunk to notice the car on the drive. Takes the walk of shame to a whole new level. We still can't talk about it to this day. We can.
Yeah.
And we will.
On a major podcast.
How many years are in between you two? Older neighbour.
Yeah.
Come on, Bernard. I've got some braised cabbage and a shoulder of lamb. Just thinking of things
It's not from Victorian times.
Come on, Bernard. There's some coal in the garden. But you know what I mean? How old is the neighbour? That's everything.
Well, maybe they were from Waterford, like our
Yeah,
pals.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Sexual pension.
There you go.
I feel like if you're the mum in that scenario, is standing in the hallway sobbing the answer? Not to blame her.
No, you knock on the door or you leave them at it.
That's it. You surely, if you're in the car and you see her bringing Bernard in, and it's like,
just
he's got a sort of truncheon on him in his corduroys, and the Murray mints are slipping out the back pocket of his jeans, Hansel and Gretel style, and he's wearing a Paul and Shark pullover.
There you go.
That's real old person, isn't
that's
it?
old school.
A Paul and Shark vest jacket, and she's sort of helping him in down the stones, but he's got a truncheon on him, so she's going, right, there's something on here.
Yeah, it's game time.
And then they get drunk and have incredibly loud sex. Fair play to him. He must be on the Cialis because and the mum then goes, I'm just going to go I'm just going to check. Maybe let's hope for the braised lamb.
Yeah.
And then, no.
Oh, it's still them.
Okay, it's still them. There's noise coming from upstairs. Bernard is literally having, Surely you wouldn't just sit there, stand there sobbing.
No, you either intervene or get out. But also to stand there crying is just...
grow up. Yeah. Let people ride. Do you know what I mean? Although, do you know what I will say?
Go on.
I'm not going to name and shame the place, but I went into a coffee place on the way here today.
Right.
I'm all about workplace crack and people having fun in their job, to a degree.
Okay.
When I walk into a coffee shop and there's two people working there and they're having a chat, I don't want it to feel like I'm interrupting a fucking orgy by asking to get someone's attention.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
No, totally agree.
I stood there for 3 minutes doing the sort of, hi, and they're just there, oh yeah, so you didn't see Javier last night? They have all their mates that we went to do the karaoke with Javier, but then he cycled home, and then Lucas was there, and all these people, and you're like, I just want a coffee.
Can I be served?
And I'm standing there like Louis Theroux on the edge of an orgy, do you know what I mean? With the semi on, being like, not knowing when to enter. I'm like, sorry, sounds great. Javier sounds mental. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can I just get a coffee, please? This could be our winner, right?
Let's go.
14 years ago, it was nearly one night stand. I kept running into a guy while out and about. We eventually exchanged numbers and met up for a few drinks. Lovely. He asked me back to his room for drinks, and he sort of power walked ahead, which I thought was strange. I only caught the door before it closed, but turned around and he was incredibly eager and immediately stripped off. The door didn't even click close behind me, and then he casually told me that he was married, that his name was fake and if I was allergic to nuts because I was about to have a reaction to his while doing a little wiggle with his boner. I was enraged, gave him a slap and shove, left, took a wrong turn down a hall, got lost, fell down the stairs, sprained my ankle, no taxis, no street lights. Friends had all went back to the B&B and I walked back alone in the rain feeling vile with myself. One night stands were never an option again after that. That's potentially my winner.
That is out.
It's impossible to power walk with a boner. Surely that's like an oxymoron. Nobody could possibly take you seriously. No. Do you know what I mean? With this thing just going...
aerodynamics though.
Left, surely it would slow you down, left to right.
Probably.
Yours would probably work as a little fan.
Shut up.
Yours would be like, you know those little holiday fans kids get in Spanish markets?
A little pedalo.
The little Jimmy Chopper. Nevertheless.
You're such a wanker.
Okay, sorry, I have to do this one.
Go on.
Husband's friend picked up and went back to a girl's house. Right?
Yeah.
That seems normal enough. Seems straightforward enough. Seems like a reasonable night in the tiles. Nothing No. They were making out in the kitchen. Making out.
Yeah.
What verb would you use?
Shifting, probably.
Would you shift your wife a lot?
No, but in a one-night stand context. I would have said scoring back in the day, and then went to college would have been shifting was the big one.
I think I would probably say shift now. I would have said score, but score is very South Dublin.
Yeah, I remember getting...
slagged for that.
Yeah, slagged for scoring. Most words I say are as a result of doing something previously and then getting slagged.
You've inherited a lexicon that you then just have to sort of disinherit as you get older and shed it off like a snake skin.
Yes.
But the nepotism you seem happy to be available still,
totally.
which is interesting to me. So...
The good and the bad.
Nevertheless, still waiting on that sponsor post from Monjaro. Husband's friend picked up and went back to a Girlene's house. They were making out in the kitchen and she opened a jar of honey and dipped his Mickey into it. Next morning, he walks down to see her flatmate eating her toast and spreading honey from the jar he had his Mickey in. I absolutely do not think that this could be true because what sort of cartoon era do people have jars of honey? Is it Winnie the Pooh's house that you went back to? Do you know what I mean? A jar of honey?
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Are you mad? What is this an ad for Special K in 1997 when all women just wore white and lived in a white house and walked into their white kitchen and then took out like a white vase of strawberries in their Special K? You know those ads?
No, I do.
We have to look at that, by the way.
Do we?
The way that the cereal world portrayed women and chocolate world.
Okay,
Think about Galaxy like.
Yeah.
A woman alone in a luxurious apartment on a Friday night and she's lying on the couch and all of a sudden she gets a hankering to go into her bedroom and open a secret drawer where she's got a bar of chocolate on like a velour pillow. Madness. Don't know where this is going. Yeah. Nevertheless, eat your chocolate. Jar of honey, dipping the willy into the honey.
Just not true.
What would the benefit be? To any, would there be pleasure for the vaginal area in that?
No, it'd be a nightmare to clean.
Would it? And you with the possessing 3 vaginas, obviously, like you're the sort of Ganesh of vaginas, aren't you?
Yeah. That's classically. That's why I got the job.
Yeah, cow has 3 stomachs, Ganesh has 9 arms, Mick has 4 clits. Let's go.
Hi, Mark and Mystery Mick. So, so I had a one-night stand years ago after Coppers. I basically went back to this guy's house, like his family out.
Right.
I saw a few leaflets and stuff on the kitchen table. And it was the local elections at the time.
Okay.
So I just kind of assumed that his family were canvassing for someone in the area. And basically that was fine. Did the deed. Oh, good. Got it the next day and he was dropping me home and we were driving through his town. And I look outside and I look back at him and I look outside again and I made the connection with the leaflets and his face was on the election posters outside. And I just said to him, I was like, are you up for an election? And he was like, yeah. And that was kind of it. And he dropped me home. Needless to say, he didn't get my vote.
Okay, hold on a second here. Up for election or up for erection?
Ah, very good.
Brilliant, yeah. Classic sort of guys there. Did he Bertie learn his lesson? No, can't insinuate that it's Bertie heard it. Absolutely, let the record show, it absolutely was not. That's just a joke. What do you think?
I mean,
I feel sorry for the guy that he's instantly lost a member of his constituency.
Yes.
As a voter. Why is he losing a vote?
It's been a terrible night.
Do you know what I mean? Was he that bad at the ride? Sure, I thought politicians would be used to riding us up the arse. Brilliant.
Oh.
Would they? You know, just turn this into a politics. Just
They've done enough. I don't know.
they've been screwing me around for years. Why not just have a go at it? Oh well.
What I do find a bit challenging is like, what's the first piece of information you're going to see on a leaflet?
The
It's
name.
the person's face.
Yeah.
Like it's almost always front and center.
Yes. And also, I would have thought when you have a conversation with somebody in a nightclub, now, this is just me, call me a bloody stick in the mud, call me an old school fool. But I would have thought that one of the leading sentences would have been like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Is it enough to lose the vote?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so she has told us the name, by the way.
Yes.
And the name is... Are you surprised?
Like, do you think that's true?
I would say so. He packs that. Sometimes you can see in the suit
You got that BD
at the right angle. Oniva, let's go.
Okay, so I don't know if it fully counts as a one night stand, but I met a fella one night in McGowan's. Didn't go home with him, got his number, and we were both at EP the following weekend, and went back to his tent. And while he was literally inside me, he had an asthma attack, mild one, but still an asthma attack. And I was only 20, so very young and also quite drunk. Didn't know what to do. He had his inhaler with him, so he took that, but he told me to leave. So I did. Never heard from him again, but I hope he's doing okay.
Incredible. Should we launch a public appeal to try and find this guy?
Of course.
Like, absolutely incredible.
Women seeking men who have asthma.
Like, what was the band playing? Weezer. So, anyone else?
Song was Breathe by The Prodigy.
No, it wouldn't have been because Keith Flint died 2 years ago, so that doesn't make
Mark.
sense. They didn't do the full lineup ever since he died, tragically. So, yeah. It's just if we're trying to do a factual podcast here, I feel like the contributions at least should be legitimate because they will be scrutinised. They will be stress
By
tested.
you.
By me. They will be stress tested and it all comes out in the wash.
Okay.
So you're not Lord of Barra here, mate, are you?
No, I'm Lord Michael, but I am sorry.
Okay, thank you. Nevertheless, you're riding somebody... An asthma attack would be terrifying during the ride.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I had asthma
Did you?
up until like 13 or 14
Oh, God.
and then I grew out of it and grew into all the other nightmare stuff.
Another
I was like, oh, brilliant, I'm cured of asthma. A list longer than Schindler's descends of other things that are wrong with
this
me.
is the worst it's going to be.
Yeah. It couldn't possibly get worse than this. Just you wait, mate. You'd be fucking dying for the 2 inhalers. Yeah, amazing though.
I feel like even in terms of an ick, not that there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think it's an ick now.
No,
That's
no.
like saying Macaulay Culkin getting surrounded and stung by wasps to death and My Girl is an ick. The boy died, Michael. What is it with you not caring about boys dying? So,
Yeah, look, sorry.
what was he thinking with the wasp's nest? Do you know what I mean? Macaulay, like, you've been told, you've been warned. So,
Lives on the Edge, our Macaulay.
that was a shockingly sad film.
Don't think I've seen it.
My Girl.
No.
Michael.
I'm reaching, I'm like, no, it's not.
My Girl.
No,
I'm just going to keep saying it.
My Girl.
My God, My Girl. You've never seen My Girl, you need to watch it. Macaulay at his best.
Really?
Yeah, in that sort of era of like 4 years where he was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's superb.
I'll check it out.
Please do. On Yvonne.
I went back to a girl's house I met on a night out, and we woke up the next morning. She said, shit, I forgot about my family's party downstairs. Okay. It was her 4-year-old cousin's birthday party. So we attempted to sneak me out without anyone noticing, but unfortunately met her grandparents at the door. And she whispered to me if I could stand because her grandparents were very religious. So I was like, sure, why not? So I stood in the middle of the kitchen, unshowered, and pretended like we'd been dating for 2 months. Unfortunately, we forgot to plan how we met and started telling different stories to people. The parents got on very quickly, but they started messing with us, asking us to kiss every time we were together. The mom at one point made me walk the dog around the green at the front. At one point I was on the bouncy castle with the birthday boy. That was good crack, but not the worst party I've been to.
Sorry. No. Mention of the birthday boy bounce is not relevant. None of this could feasibly be true.
I don't know. He seems like a nice...
He seems like a lovely, earnest character, so I don't want to dismiss him. And welcome to Ireland, by the way.
Brilliant.
Well, he sounds English. Does he not?
If we change the voices, Mark.
Yeah, the anonymity. You're very welcome, Mr. Ball-bearing Winston. That'd be an insane name. Ball-bearing Winston.
There you go.
Anyway, so you're at a one-night stand. She fails to mention, oh, by the way, we're just one of those families that seems to have these massive, like, end of Ramadan style feast day parties for 4-year-old boys. So for our cousin, so not even her sibling, for our cousin, we're going to be having one, big fat Greek wedding style. Everyone's going to be over. Nonna is going to be at the door swirling tomato sauce going, do you know what I mean? There's going to be people up on each other's shoulders on a chair like the wedding, the opening scene in The Godfather. Do you know what I mean? And it's going to be some sort of Catholic hybrid Jew day of like, the whole family, the generations of these family members are all going to be there. And there's a fucking bouncy castle that the 4-year-old's on. And this just so happens to be the night that she is the one night stand with her English man. He arrives and gets as far as the doorway. Oh no! There's my nonna and my grandpa. Oh no! Be careful, quick, they're really religious. Obviously, why are they just sitting at the front door with their 2 suitcases like 2 people about to board the Titanic?
We have been waiting for you.
We have been waiting. Hey, who is this? Gabagol. Who is this? This smug. Hey, you look like a good Christian boy. Come here. Let me see your dick. Is it cut? Does it have the helmet? Is it cut? Is it cut? Is your willy cut? Hey, get the scissors from the kitchen. He's not even cut. Surely they'd want it to be not cut because there's not consistency
so
there.
Problematic.
Nevertheless, no, not why would the granny? Why would the
Welcome back to the weekly roast.
Welcome back to the weekly roast. Anyway, it is a big gathering today, English boy. You can come along. You must have been dating for years now. So, and then also, by the way, the family, the parents crack on. Kiss. No, you're grand. Anyway, then he nips out for a bounce to the 4-year-old. Good stuff. Buenos stuff. Buenos morning. Taurus Jog, show me your foreskin, please. Guys, you're very welcome back to the Weekly Roast. I hope you're enjoying it. It is truly a marvellous pleasure to be here doing this and chatting to you every single week. So thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, the only way for us to grow is for you to share the podcast. So if you're enjoying it, please send it to your friends. And wherever you listen to your podcast, just click subscribe or follow. The episodes will show up in your RSS feed every week, completely free of charge. Last but not least, the link to the tickets is in the bio of this episode. If you want to come to the House of Loons tour, before it sells out, get your tickets. It's the last ever shows. We're not doing any more shows this year, so this is your chance. Move things around if you're busy. Make it work. It's going to be unbelievable and we don't want to miss you. So yes, link is in the bio of this episode. Okay, on y va. Hold on to your horses, hats, heads, hearts, all the rest. Let's get into it.
So I met a guy on Plenty of Fish about 13 years ago. We agreed to go on a date and then that ended up us going back to his house. We were having sex for about a minute and a half when he let out this mighty howl. That's the only word I can use to describe the noise that he made. I thought something was wrong, like he had a cramp in his calf or toes or something because he sounded like he was in pain. But no, that was just how he finished.
Good stuff.
He asked me on a second date. Again, I went back to his and he did it again. I was like, nah, fuck this. I can't listen to this every time. I had to text my sister and ask her to call me and pretend there was an emergency so I could leave.
I mean, I'm reluctant to poke fun at... Okay, first, there's 2 things here. There's the premature ejaculation.
Okay.
And then there's, the howling. I think the howling is the only thing that's able to be slagged.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Because the premature ejaculation is not something that you can like, it's unfortunate, but it's very common.
Absolutely.
So, like, he's lasting a couple of minutes, grand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens. If he's trying his best to be a selfless lover beyond that, one can't criticise him. The howling now.
That's different.
Because, you know, I've often said this, but like most, you know, you go to Latin America or you go to Spain or France or other places, you know, and there's a love language.
Yes.
In Latin America, be oi papi, see, just like a daddy. Do you know what I mean?
Please.
I've never had sex with Latin American, but one can imagine, okay? Or you go to French, like, oui, bien sûr, mec. Oh, comme ça.
That has never
Right?
happened.
Never happened to me. But one can imagine.
Okay.
You go to Italy and it's, oh, lesione, do la mia, te. Nevertheless, stick it in the donna's bottom. Vamo culo. Vamo culo. But then you go to Ireland,
Yeah.
and it's just, oh, fuck yeah. Jesus. Oh, just like that. Don't stop. Don't look at me. Don't. Pillow over the head. Don't look at me. Keep going. Ah, fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Irish people aren't I feel like Irish people aren't the most sexually expressive.
No. It's not.
What's the fastest broadband in the world? Fibre optic?
Yeah.
Okay, fibre optic broadband still is not as fast as the rate a nude Irish person will get dressed after intercourse in one night stand.
They break the sound barrier.
The final droplet of ejaculate has barely departed the sort of lip of the entrance to
This is vile.
to the willy, right?
Yeah.
And it's already fully clad.
Yeah.
3-piece suit, done. Do you know what I mean? In Europe, it's like, oh, hey, you want breakfast? You know what I mean? And it's
We'll
like
lounge about.
swanning around
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
fucking Greek god, eating grapes and chocolate strawberries, which I hate, by the way. Never understood that.
What?
Chocolate strawberries. Grow up.
They're nice. They're objectively nice.
Okay.
They are, though.
Would you be into chocolate strawberries like Kate? I was supposed to call her Grace. That's the size.
Other one.
Yeah, the other one. Would you be into Kate feeding you chocolate strawberries?
No, but
you
there's
lying nude on
there's
your chaise long like a little cherub, and her.
There is a big difference between enjoying a confectionery item and my wife to be feeding them to me a la like Nero in Roman times.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit of a difference.
I'm a big fan of Marcus Aurelius, actually.
Oh, yeah.
South Dublin intellect on a date. Yeah, well, like, I mean, look, I work in KPMG, but that's not to say I don't have other interests. Like, I've actually gotten really into, I follow a few Stoic Instagram accounts.
Oh.
Marcus Aurelius, basically, he's sort of like, now, he probably went to, like, the equivalent of Sanford, so, you know, his dick was probably small and his parents were divorced, but, like, at the same
Bit
time,
of a dweeb.
bit of a bellend, like, bit of a bitch, like. Can I just ask you, like, who does your skin tie? Sorry?
What was that?
Who does your skin care? This I'm wearing, it's a Charlotte Tilbury. Got it all wrong. My skincare routine would be I wake up, peptides first, and then I get beef cock. And if you actually I'm talking you get a full cow's phallus. It's not the tallow stuff. If you actually get a full cow's phallus, and I sort of rub it over my face, there's nutrients in the thing that's what it's anti-aging. So then I hit the gym. That's 3:30 a.m. Then I get back, put on my first gilet, have 2 power wanks. Few emails. Yeah, do I read? Sort of asking, that's sort of a multi-pronged question. Is it? How is it? Well, yeah, I listened to, I was on the flight to Heathrow there the other day. I was listening to an audiobook on Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Just about, like, getting up early in the morning and stoicism. And it's weird. Like, I didn't realise I was a stoicist because, like, my granny died and I didn't feel anything. So, like, I was actually me being I don't know if that's it exactly. Or, like, one of my colleagues got hit by the 47C on the way to work one day, broke his 2 elbows and died. But, like, you know, I didn't feel anything either. Yeah, that's not stoicism. I'm pretty sure. No, it is. Yeah. Marcus Aurelius, youngest emperor of Egypt. He wasn't Egypt, mate. Wasn't Egypt. So I don't. Yeah, him and Plato. It's not Plato. It's not Plato. Big into the philosophy, though. Yeah. Theo Von actually does a bit on people in wheelchairs that I find funny as well. So
Have you seen this? Fucking class.
Yeah. Like, have a look through my follower account there. You'll just see the sort of just scroll past the tits. Keep scrolling. See there, mindfulness daily. So sometimes I share them to my story. So the thing is, if I share that to my story, that makes people think that I'm deep.
Yeah.
So you get a stoicist quote, and it's like, you know, something about the pain, and then I'll share that, and then I'll share it real early in the morning so people know that I'm up early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I just go to be an accountant, and I get my lunch and chopped.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And wear my gilet. So I'm sort of like Marcus Aurelius in that way, I think.
I'm like a modern
Marcus Aurelius. Okay, let's go.
Hi, Mark. So I was at a wedding, flirting all day with this guy, giving the eyes from the bar, from the dance floor, bit of dancing, blah, 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 back to his room. So it's all going grand, nice rhythm, nice pace, all lovely. Next thing, he just goes, "Are you ready?" Jackhammers into me for the next 5 seconds.
Good stuff.
And game over, rolled over. "How was that?" he said. "What? Say what? How was that? What the fuck was that?" Like normal to lunatic in like 5 seconds.
I mean, he obviously thought that this was like a Tom Daly-esque finishing move.
Yeah, this was his big...
Probably a bad
coup d'etat.
example there, but... Do you know what I mean?
You owe him your career.
The jackhammer. What sort of a movement is that? Is that just like a...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gyrating.
Yeah. Very, like, static, I feel like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like the whole thing, I've said this before, but the whole like, oh, go harder. Like sorry?
I can't.
It's the most insane thing to say to a man during sex. Go harder. Sorry, do you think I've got more in the tank? Do you think when a man is having sex that he's giving you 40%?
Yeah, I'm going to take this one easy.
Yeah, I'm going to put out the B-sides today. Do you know what I mean? I might put out the Wolfhounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of the starting lineup. We'll put down the junior C's. This is all I've got in the tank.
There's one speed.
So there's one speed, there's one rhythm, and that's how it works.
And it's 1 minute.
And it's 1 minute, and that's it. And oh! Do you know what I mean? But the idea that there's more in the tank is just completely absurd. Oh, go harder. Oh, sorry, I'll just turn it up a notch. Do you know what I mean? Why am I on top like that? That's bananas. Let's go. Oh, yeah, go on.
I do find it interesting as well when lads, think of themselves with sexual prowess like the jackhammer. Like...
Well, it's all that whole shit that you do growing up. People like, yeah, went back to clean his gaff. Did you? Yeah, how was that? Yeah, threw it around the room. Did you? Yeah. And then you find out from cleaner, yeah, he came home and got real upset about his parents' divorce because nobody talks to him about it in school. So, do you know what I mean?
He started showing me this Marcus Aurelius page.
Literally, how'd you get on last night, Mark? Yeah, unbelievable. Let's just say what? You showed her 5 different Elliott Smith songs on the bounce. And then you showed her your notes app where you've written some spoken word. It's over, brother.
This is actually the 4th time I've gone to record this because people did interrupt me. So it was 2007 into 2008 and I had split up with my ex and got an apartment in Tallinn near the Plaza Hotel. Had obviously gone out with a few friends for drinks or whatever, got into the nightclub there, pulled a fella, brought him back to the apartment. Spent the night, obviously won't go marriage rant and all that jazz. And had some continuations the next morning. I'd left my phone in the sitting room of the apartments because there's other things more important. So we get up anyway, and I'm heading down the stairs, going down in the lift to show him out because I'm being a nice person. And the lift door opens on the ground floor, and he was standing on the other side of the door, only my mother. So I kind of didn't say that, and I just walked by her and let him out and whatever else. The list went back up. My mother had gotten for contact the Lewis from Connolly all the way to Tally because she tried to ring me a couple of times and couldn't get a hold of me, considered I was dead in the bed, so that I'd choked in my sleep, and decided to come all the way over to make sure that her daughter was alive, which obviously I appreciate. But had she come and arrived 10 minutes earlier, because she'd a key, she'd have walked in and a letter set into sounds that no mother needs to hear from her daughter.
Oh, God.
So yeah, note to self, make sure you answer your phone when your mother rings you.
Fair play with the mother.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, totally.
You ever seen those videos of it's like somewhere in the Himalayas or Nepal, and it's like, they call it like the tourist death bus, and it's like a bus that's like going through this like ravine and gorge, and it's like the most dangerous thing in the world.
I'm with you.
I'd probably drive one of those blindfolded sooner than getting the Lewis from O'Connell Street to Tala. And that's not me being a fucking classist pig. That's because the Lewis they need to crack down on the crack now in the Lewis.
Yes.
It's just too much. It's too scary. On Middle Abbey Street and stuff, like it's genuinely not fun getting the Lewis.
No,
there.
it's not.
Because you're just hassled. Every time you get in the Lewis, you're hassled.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's any politicians out there who are listening,
Who want a couple of votes that they may have
if
lost.
they like riding and they want to ride more than women, maybe they could ride the Lewis. And very good by the mother. I think this is actually just a good, solid bit of parenting.
Totally.
Hi, Mark. I love everything you're doing at the moment. Keep it up. So
you.
I was in mid-shag and
stuff.
he asked me to open my mouth.
No.
And I didn't think about it. I just did it. And there was a definite like hock of phlegm.
Oh.
And then he spat into my mouth with such force that I heard it land in my mouth, that I was so shocked that I just continued said shag and left immediately the next morning. So he's a guard wherever he is now, bless him.
Mental.
That's disgusting.
It's depraved.
That's absolutely rancid.
Surely that should be discussed pre-shag.
Totally.
By the way, do you have any plans to open the yapper during the sex? Yeah, I do actually. Good, because I'm going to lob one in. What do you mean lob one in? You have a second penis? No.
A gollier.
A gollier. I'm going to spit in your mouth. Good stuff. This isn't Dubai.
You haven't paid me to
I'm
be out
not
in
a
your boat.
kept influencer. Do you know what I mean? I just think
That's vile. But I
think the stuff people get up to is shocking.
can I just make the point though? I left immediately the next day.
Yeah, I left immediately the next day after round 3 and 4.
If that happens, I would be stopping immediately, throwing reading them the riot act and getting out of there.
Somebody messaged me yesterday and they're like, if you're bringing a one-night stand back and you're not going at least 4 times, it's not worth it.
That's not true.
Bananas.
No.
Bananas.
What, there for a week?
Do you know what I mean? 4 times. What is this, Ramadan? A couple of Ramadan mentions today.
Yeah.
It's just completely
Topical.
insane. Like, at best, 1.
Absolutely.
For me, it would be like, come back to the house, bottle of wine.
Yep.
Start playing the Elliott Smith stuff.
Yep.
Another bottle of wine. Fade Into You by Mazzy Star on repeat.
Talk about how you're misunderstood.
They say, I thought we were, and you're like, yeah, no, we will. Eventually, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Just,
But this is why.
this is why. Now, have a look at this. John B. Keane quote. Talk about drink. Look, I'm poeticising my alcoholism. Do you know what I mean? Okay, well, I'm gonna nip off.
I'm gonna bounce.
It's for the best.
Yeah.
Me crying into a €4 bottle of Merlot, like. So,
We've been there.
4 times
That's.
is just grow up.
But nobody is doing that.
No, people are.
Really?
Yeah, I've stayed in hostels, man. I've stayed in hostels.
Yeah?
Big style. The hostel shaggers are the worst. For everybody. They're the worst in terms of the noise that they make, but they're also worse because you're lying in your bed going, good stuff. You've been shagging for 3 hours. What is this? Genuinely, what is this?
Really?
Yeah.
What's your worst experience? Or like, give us an example.
Of shagging?
No, of being in that environment.
Being in a hostel?
Yeah.
Staying in one. Full stop. The degradation. No, worst hostel experience. Somebody got attacked outside Sheila's when we were staying there in Cork in 1999.
Jesus.
Yeah, my PE teacher went out to try and stop it, and I think he got digged in the face, which we were all delighted about. Then other hostel experiences, I've had a few hilarious ones in Croatia, Italy. No, I never did the backpacking vibes. So I do have a couple of funny ones. Yeah, not for today.
Okay.
So, on y va.
Hi, Mark. I was in a nightclub after a night out with the girls, in my early 40s at the time, quite drunk, but probably should have known better. A young guy took a shine to me, kept telling me he was too young. Him and his friend then were, working, trying to persuade me. Anyway, in the end, they wore me down and I relented and ended up bringing this guy home. So, all going well. Sex toy, I figured have added fun. And next I realised he had put a toy into me that was not designed to go in, and it was lost
No.
and still buzzing.
No.
I made him retrieve it before he had to leave. He'd had lots of missed calls on his phone. His teammates were trying to get him as they were all staying up in a hotel. They were visiting from another county, having played some big match.
Irrelevant.
Yes. So that was one more eventful one night stands.
A few things to think about here.
I'm speechless.
Firstly, him and his mate eventually wore me down. What is this, like fucking the Rock and Sock Connection? Do you know what I mean? The tag team sales technique. For what sort of loyalty? I've never known a friendship that contained as much loyalty.
You don't know what you're missing here.
Do you know what I mean? Look at this guy's cock. So she goes home. She brings him home. Which I'm glad she said. I'm glad, because the wore me down, that language sort of scares you. Then she's like, I brought him home.
She made the choice.
She made the choice. She brings him home. Good stuff. 25 years old. Then a toy. They introduce a sex toy.
Yes.
Which I feel like for a one night stand is.
It's adventurous.
Because if I was in a universe wherein I was having one night stands and someone was to produce a sex toy, I'd be like, under no circumstances. Yeah. Only because, like, from the hygiene element.
Oh, it's also like one night stands. I'm not going to say they're run the mill, but like that's.
I want to howl after 90 seconds to do the jackhammer. Like that's the end of it. Do you know what I mean?
Again.
This is it. I don't want to fucking look at your little arsenal of, you know.
It's not playtime. You know, it's not like an extended.
Fisher Price, like. No pun intended.
No.
But the toy gets lost, which happens. These things happen. If it can happen to tampons, it can happen to anything. But what's the toy that vibrates that isn't designed for a vagina? Oh, probably a willy ring.
I would have thought it like a little bullet. Do you know little bullet vibrators?
No, man, I'm not the vibration guru that you seem to be. Okay. Tell us more.
I only say this because I know
Magic Mike.
I know someone who it happened to.
Oh,
where a little bullet got lost.
Chucky or Graw.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Go on.
It got lost up a vaginal cavity.
What?
Yeah, because they're so small that if you're using them, they can get lost up.
But who do they call to get that out?
Like A&E.
Oh my! Yeah, some of the nurses that have messaged me before have said that they've seen some. But now, but surely like a sex toy, the one like preventative measure that should be there whenever it's been made is like give it some little wings or something that can stick out. If it feel like the I'm not suggesting that the dildo should be sentient, but it should certainly have like
a plug,
something that's like, oh, I think we're going in too deep here. Like some 41. Do you know what I mean? Little music reference.
There you go, love it.
Some 41 in too deep. That has some sort of like radar that when it knows it's going too deep, that it just stops and comes out.
And
eject, erect or something.
Not all of them do.
What? So some people.
This is what I'm saying. They can get.
How many times have you had a dildo up the mum? That's just all. That's you have to be honest with us. I can tell from the way you're sitting on the chair. It's the way that you cross your legs. We know that you do it. Yeah. Oh fuck! The language, damn! Oh fuck! Fuck the cursing! You fuckers! Fuck!
I'll take all your money.
Let's go. Bye.